Hello, and welcome back to Thief Dash, our Endless Runner game. In the previous video, we established how to draw a scrolling background, and you see we already have randomly spawning gems. So now it's time for us to add an obstacle. For this obstacle, I'm going to add a knight that we have to jump over. So, just like we've done before, let's insert a new object. This is going to be a sprite, and I'm going to call this knight. We'll import the frame since this is an animated enemy. And I can hold down Shift so I can select all of these frames all at once. And I see that I have this run animation. I'm going to go ahead and rename this animation run. Let's increase the speed of the animation to 12, and let's activate the loop. Let's preview that real quick. That is about the animation I was looking for. So let's go ahead and close this out to insert the knight. And I do want him to be about the same height as the player. So let's put him there. Now I am noticing that I have the knight is facing the wrong direction because he should be running towards the player. So I'm going to put him over here. Now I could go through and edit it with the sprite editor, the animation editor. There is this button here. I can just flip all of them around, or I can do it with the event sheet. So I can say add event knight on created. As soon as the knight gets created, I want the knight to be mirrored. The state is mirrored, so that's good. So if I go to the layout, let's put him in the layout so we can see him. And there we go, right there. Okay, now putting him back where he was. I want the knight to be traveling at the same speed as the ground. So let's go ahead and give the knight the bullet behavior. And then we'll leave the speed alone because back in the event sheet, let's change the knight's speed. Setting the bullet speed to the same as the ground speed variable that we were using earlier. This will make everything move at about the same speed. Let's see how that looks. Oh no, he's upside down because we forgot to check the set angle property. So over here on the knight, going down to the bullet behavior, I want to turn off set angle. There we go. So now I can jump over that guy. So it needs to be a well-timed jump, but it's something I can easily clear. Let's make it so we can spawn more knights. Before I do that, let's add a comment just so I remember what it is that we're doing here. Set up the knight. Okay, so I want the knights to spawn randomly. So what we can do here is I can change this randomly spawn items, so it's not just randomly spawning red gems, but what I have to do is go back, and then instead of create object, I'm going to say I want to create object by name. Now notice all of these still stayed, so now I can say I want you to either spawn, we're going to use the choose function right there. We want to spawn in quotation marks red gem, comma, and then in quotation marks again, knight. And then remember the choose function will choose randomly between one of these two. So let's go ahead and play that real quick. So I see we started off with a knight. I'm going to jump over him. And then I've got another knight, and he's a bit off the ground. He's a bit off the ground too. So you can see they're spawning in random positions just like the gems. So we should fix that. let's go back to the layout, and if I'm looking at this knight here, I see that the knight's current Y position is 318. So when the knight gets created, let's go ahead and say set the knight's Y position, and I'll just say his knight position is 318. So now I've got the knight running along the ground. I can jump over him, or I can actually just let him walk right through me because we haven't set up any hurt behaviors yet, but I see the gems are still spawning in random spots while the knights are always spawning on the ground.